Well, it's been a busy week for the grain markets in the ag marketplace. Taking a look now at the daily market summary with Aaron Thiele of agmarket.net. And Aaron, what do we see going on in the grain markets today?
Yeah, we saw a little bit of pressure in the open this morning with grains trading lower. Corn and soybeans were both lower to start the day, but they've since found some support and have started to rally here into the close. Corn was down 7 cents at one point. Now it's only down four and was up only down 1 cent at one point. Beans were down double digits at one point, and they've rallied to where they're up a penny now as well. Wheat, another strong day following the headline as far as Russia wanting to escalate attacks and tensions between them and Ukraine, and so wheat is up double digits as well today too.
Are the markets, at least in the grain side of things, are the markets at a point where there's so much boosting them in that direction that it would be difficult to see something maybe even counter that?
I don't know. I think that I wouldn't say that necessarily because I think that it's a market. The headlines will can drive the markets very easily, and so if we were to see something as far as a peace treaty or some headline come out that would be bearish the grain complex with how big of a long position the funds have, it wouldn't be abnormal to see them. Um, you know, Sell off and we could see a pullback. But the thing is, right now, almost all the stories and headlines are bullish and giving support to the market.
And then with the news, you'd mentioned of getting the crop conditions like from Pro Farmer and then just in general from things observed around the country. Do we think that those yields are probably locked in right now for, getting into harvest? I have heard that some combines are already rolling here in Iowa, but just in general, it does feel like there probably won't be too many yield adjustments until we actually start getting yield numbers, right?
Yeah, I think the general consensus right now is that the production is a lot lower and off compared to where it was last year, and even more than even lower than what expectations and hopes were for this year. And so I think that we may see a little bit of a minor adjustment here or there with the report coming up, but I think for the most part it should stay relatively similar, not anything big or a big change. One thing that would be interesting to see is what they're going to do with harvested acres or and how that's going to change. That we've seen them make changes to that before, and so that would be something I'll be keeping an eye on for sure.
Then moving on over to the livestock, how did cattle and hogs trade today?
Yeah, we saw a green day in the cattle today with feeders up $3. The August was only up $1, but that goes off the board today. Fat cattle were up $1 to $2 as well, almost three in some deferred contracts. So seeing some support or seeing a little bit of a rebound, hopefully out of the cattle market. It has been a dog and just been really ugly for the past few weeks. Hogs, on the other hand, as well, they've finished mixed. October hogs were down about 27 cents, but then deferred contracts were up anywhere from 15 to 22 cents. So green for the most part in the livestock sector.
And we know that the livestock markets in particular try to react to things ahead of when they actually happen or just be a little bit more proactive instead of reactive. When we look at President Trump's announcement to bring in ground beef imports, I know there is still a bit of a fight right now to maybe get that to reverse. But if it doesn't reverse and that meat does come in, is that something that we could see the markets go lower, or do we think that is largely factored in already?
I think that there is potential that that has already been factored in. Hopefully, that is the case. We've sold off a heck of a lot, and it's been really bearish price action, and so hopefully that the market already knows that. I think the other things that could be coming out down the pipeline is a couple other ports opening down on the Mexican border to import more cattle. On Monday, we imported 700 head, and the expectation was 500. So I think that has put some pressure on the market as well. And so there's different things that are coming down that can affect the price and affect the way that they're going to go. And so it'll be interesting to watch.
Aaron, lots of great information today. For anybody who would like to get in touch with agmarket.net for more marketing information, how can they do that?
They can find us online at agmarket.net or call us here in the Wisconsin office at 608-384-5438.
Aaron, thanks again for the time as always, and we will talk again soon.
Thank you.